Hello, good evening. It is now 7 o'clock. Requirements of the Sunshine Law have been met. This meeting was advertised in Burlington County Times on January the 7th, 2024. Electronic notice was given to the NJAC 5:39-125. Now, we'd love to have you lead the Pledge of Allegiance for us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will now have a moment of silence. Thank you. Roll call.
Committeewoman Berkeley.
Present.
Committeeman Carr.
Present.
Committeewoman Mungo. Committeewoman Wright.
Present.
Mayor Henley.
Present.
Also present, Township Solicitor, Township Administrator Clerk, Deputy Township Administrator, Police Chief.
We will now have a presentation from the Legislative 8th District, Senator Lathan Tiber.
That's quick. Thank you, Mayor and Deputy Mayor and the committee. Thanks for having me. Just basically wanted to stop by, say hello, and if there was anything that we can do for you. I think being in West Hampton, everybody knows Jean Stanfield. She's a little prettier than I am, but I'm the new Jean Stanfield. So we're in the Elmwood Business Park. We have the same office, same staff. So I was fortunate enough to be able to just hit the ground running, having a staff who had all the, knew all the ins and outs and everything. So we're in Evesham, Elmwood Business Park. If there's anything that we can help you with as far as constituent services, or you have a resident who's having trouble getting through the bureaucracy of the state, we have liaisons for every department. We can get a hold of somebody to help you out. If there's something special that's going on, you need a proclamation for a team that did something good or a resident that did something good, let us know. Give us a little bit of heads up because it takes a little while to get the proclamations. Grants. I'm sure everybody's doing grants nowadays. So if you guys put in for a grant or anything and you need a letter of recommendation or support, by all means, give us a call. We would be more than happy to help you out with that. That's about all I have for you.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you, Senator.
Appreciate it.
Senator, can I ask you a question? Sure. Because I read things in the news and it's very, very confusing about the governor signing something that says schools cannot now ask parents to prove where they live and they can go to any school they want.
That is one of the things that we're going to be hearing in this new session.
Okay.
Hasn't passed yet, but that is.
So he has not signed this thing. Okay.
Not yet.
That's a concern as a former Board of Education member.
Yep. I'll keep you posted. To be continued.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Approval of minutes, September 3rd, 2024, regular meeting minutes. Do we have a motion?
So, second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Berkeley.
Yes.
Carr.
Yes.
Mungo. Wright.
Yes.
Mayor Henley.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
September 3rd, 2024, executive session minutes. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion for the executive session minutes.
Second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Berkeley.
Yes.
Carr.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Mayor Henley.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
Department reports. We have construction, tax collector, court, public works, police department, and fire department. We will now open the meeting for public comment on agenda items only. Please remember to state your name and address for the record. Reminder, this is for comment only. No comments? Do we have all in favor to close?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Ordinances. 11, 2024, an ordinance amending Chapter 122 of the Township Code of West Hampton. Do we have a motion?
So moved, Berkeley.
Second, right?
That's open for public comment if anyone has any questions. With no comment, roll call.
Berkeley,
Yes?
Carr,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Mayor Henley.
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
Resolution 122-24, payment of vouchers. This resolution approves the payment of bills through 9/17/2024. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion to pay the bills.
Second, Wright.
Any discussion?
Yes, Mayor, my concern has not been, fixed.
Question. Didn't we address that last time?
Yes. There was a portion on the bill list that included the salaries and wages, and the amounts deducted from each account at the end of the bill list.
Do we have that in front of us, or
We do.
can we show Committeewoman Berkeley?
I saw it, Mayor. What it is it's not the same thing. It's done by month instead of by bill. And also, it only went up to July, so August and September are missing from that. And they lumped many things together. For instance, they lumped administration with the finance department, and many things they lumped together, so it's not the same as the other, and things are missing, like Medicare and things like that. So it's not the same as we had before, and it's not up to date.
So two things. This is just my 2 cents. One, when we hire a new CFO or a new clerk, he's going to be different than the old one that's been here for 30 years. He's going to have a different practice. My question would be to you, have you reached out to him and addressed your concerns with him directly?
I've reached out to the administrator. It's hard to get a hold of him because he's so early in the morning.
He's here from 6 to 9 in the morning. So if it's something that you want to see differently, my understanding is I reached out to him and talked to him personally. I told him about your concerns. He said that he has taken a journal, and I think they reached out to make sure that the journal was legitimate on what we could do, and also that it was okay with our accounting firm to make sure that, that it was acceptable. So what I would suggest is, as I did, he's pretty open for comment. Just reach out to him between 6 and 9 a.m. or even after that, and he'll be more than happy to answer some of your questions or address some of your concerns. But I don't know, like when you're you're going through the administrator, but I don't know if she's telling him directly what your concerns are versus you giving him those concerns yourself. You know what I mean?
I did show him a long time ago example of what it was like before. And I said, this is what I'm expected to see. And
Right.
like I said, even if it is acceptable, it ended in June. This is October. We don't have July, September, and October to pass. And I am not going to vote. You can disagree with me, but I'm not going to vote on any bill that I can't see in front of me and approve payment.
So fairly, just to say this, I don't disagree with you. You have the right to vote how you want to vote. I'm just giving you when you ask me the question directly, I'm telling you what I would do, right? Like, reach out to him directly, have the conversation, but I do want to give you the heads up that maybe he believes that his system is better than the old system.
That's fine, but it still has to have the same information, even if it's in a different form.
And I would address that with him. I think that he would be fine having that conversation with you, and he would expect it. Okay? With that being said, roll call.
Berkeley,
No?
Carr,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Mayor Henley.
Yes.
Motion passes 1.
Consent agenda resolutions, consent agenda note. Consent agenda items are considered to be routine and will be enacted with a single motion. Any items requiring expenditure are supported by certification of availability of funds. Any items requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion.
Second, any discussion?
Mayor, I'd like to pull two. I didn't hear you ask that. I'd like to pull C and D, please.
I make a motion for A, B, E, and F.
Second.
Second?
Roll call.
Berkeley,
Yes.
Carr,
Abstain.
Wright,
Yes.
Mayor Henley.
Yes.
Motion passes 3-1-0.
First one I wanted pulled was C, about the new truck. I'm glad to see that it's less than the original $556,000. I was trying to ask Chris some questions, and I want to get it on the record. because Chris, you said that this does not include the snowplow, and it doesn't, what other things does it not include that would be on the regular first, truck you showed us?
So the second thing off that is proposed here tonight is snowplow, spreader, and the bumpers aren't included in that price. My intention is to put them in for next year's capital because we have about 14 months span before we actually can see the truck.
So it might end up costing us as much as the original when you add all those things next year?
Yeah, it should be just about the same price when I add in the accessories for next year.
And you know, my concern was paying $200 an hour for snow companies to come in. And if we got a snowplow on this, could we conceivably not have to pay other companies to finish our snowplow?
It's very possible.
So we could save some money there?
Yes.
Okay. The other thing is at the end of the documents that you gave us, it basically said, this is an estimate and we can't guarantee that when you decide it's going to be the same, it could be a lot more. Are we going to say we will only accept if it's 10% more, or it's, I mean, how much more are we going to agree to pay for this if they raise the price before we get to it?
So I had a discussion with the dealer and the outfitter, and he had basically said that price is good till the end of the year.
Okay. And you planned on buying this?
Sign off on it, and on the PO, that's the cost of it.
Okay. Thank you. The other thing for D, corrective action plan, I noticed there were two things, but one of the things that the audit brought up was dog licenses and then how it got paid and when it got paid. Are we going to have a corrective action plan for that?
No, you're only required to have a corrective action plan on the two findings.
On two things?
The two findings, not the discussion items.
That was a discussion, that wasn't a finding.
No. There were only two findings in the audit. There were multiple discussion items.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries. Motion for resolution C and D.
I make a motion for C and D.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, get your second.
Second, right.
Any additional discussion? Roll call.
Berkeley?
Yes.
Carr?
Yes.
Wright?
Yes.
Mayor Henry?
Yes.
Motion passes 4-0.
We will now open the meeting for public comment. Please remember to state your name and address for the record. Reminder, this is for comment only.
You know, when I'm here, I always have something to say.
Take your time. I'm the same way.
Same here.
Okay. First, I'd like to take a moment of silence. I don't know if you did it at the previous meeting. Sorry I didn't make it because I was under the weather. But take a moment of silence for 9/11. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With that, for more than a century, the American Legion has advocated for the well-being of American veterans and their families. September is National Suicide Awareness Month. Yet there's no single deed or accomplishment that has been more important to our organization than the prevention of veteran suicide. Since 9/11 attacks, the number of veterans who have taken their own lives far surpassed the number of American deaths incurred during the entire Korean War, Vietnam War, Gulf War, and the global war on terrorism combined. A veteran is 50% more likely to take his or her life than a person who has never served in the military. This must stop. Statistics fluctuate, but the most important number to the American Legion is 1. As the beaten one, to stop a veteran from taking his or her own life. If we save one, collectively we will save thousands. It's been called a campaign, a slogan, a phrase, or an initiative, but none of these words appropriately reflect be the one is to the American Legion. It's a mission. We can accomplish this mission by destigmatizing the issue of mental health. Veterans value courage, and it takes courage to ask for help. But through our Buddy Check outreach programs, the American Legion does not sit back and wait to ask. We take proactive approach and ask veterans if they are okay. Equally important is listening. The goal is to affirmatively and compassionately engage with the veteran. Pay attention to the responses, body language, and other signs. If the veteran is struggling or in a crisis, encourage the veteran to call or even text 988. They can also press 1 and it'll directly go to a line for veterans. For better outcomes, watch the veteran make the call, rather than trusting that he or she will do it at a later time. Follow up with the veteran and ensure that he or she connects with the needed resources. Communicate with family members and friends of the veteran so they can be vigilant and supportive. Everyone can be the one and help reduce the number of veterans lost to suicide. For the latest, you can visit the National Be The One website at www.betheone.org. Since 1919, Legionnaires have answered their nation's call. We now call on all Americans to assist us in undertaking this new mission. The mission is to be the one to save one. I've also passed out some pamphlets. I gave some to Chief Ferguson, and if we can have these pamphlets here in the building, and Chief Ferguson, be free to copy these. I'm also giving to the fire chief also, and you can also reach out to our local American Legion. We're usually there almost every day. Somebody's in the building every day. But you can also look us up online. It's also on the your website for the township too, for 988.1. Also, some good news. I'd like to present the letter to Mayor Henley and Committeewoman Berkeley for the American Legion, Post 509, West Hampton. Would like to thank you for your donation of $300, which was received to send one boy to American Legion Boy State program at Rider College in June 2024. The Boy State program is designed to supplement the information taught in the high school civics classes. It's an activity born out of the need for youth training in practical citizenship, leadership, and to instill a working knowledge of the structure and operation of local and state government. And I recently just talked to a parent of the only boy that was represented for West Hampton last year. He's got accepted to West Point.
Oh, very nice.
Okay, and he was a really good guy. I forget his last name. I think it's Slater, Troy Slater. But he was accepted to West Point. He wanted to go to ROTC, but he took to West Point, and it encouraged him from when he attended Boy State and talking to other comrades in Boy State and what they were going to do, after they graduated. So he's in West Point right now. So.
Very nice.
Thank you. I'll pass these letters on.
Thank you, Fernita.
Thank you, Commander.
With no other comments, all in favor to close?
Aye.
Aye.
Dates to remember, next township meeting is October the 1st at 7 p.m. Land Development Board meeting is October the 2nd at 7 p.m. Historic Commission is September the 25th at 7 p.m. Recreation Committee meeting is October the 9th at 7 p.m. Fire Prevention Open House, October the 10th from 6 to 9. Now for committee liaison reports or comments.
We're starting in recreation and seniors to work on the senior holiday dinner. If you know anybody who's a senior citizen and they're not signed up with the township as a senior citizen, and you encourage them to call, because it's a wonderful, wonderful free holiday dinner. The seniors love it, and we love delivering it to them and having them get it. It's been something Todd's been doing for years and years and years. So people move in and they don't know about it, so we're trying to send out the word to get them to sign up. Also, on September 4th, unfortunately, I went one way and my rollator went another way, and I came down on my finger, and the finger was kind of this way. And I want to thank our 2 EMTs and our police sergeant, and also the FedEx guy who stopped to call 911. They wouldn't let me go home. They made me go to the hospital. I told them they were kidnapping me, but I'm glad they did. And they stayed with me, and I was just very grateful for what they did for me and how they helped me. Also, I was invited to become a part of the public participating task force meeting for the Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission. This works with 5 counties in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and what they do is their mission is to provide access to the transportation planning process and help people solve their problems. And one of the things they're working on is helping schools. So I have to talk to the superintendent, helping schools make sure kids have a safe way to get to school. And we have a couple of roads that I think that could be helped with safety, and so I'm going to go back and report to them. And I was invited to join the task force, which I think I'll be doing. So that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to thank Senator Tiver for coming to Township today. He left some resources, I'm sure we'll put on our front window for our residents, one for veterans, one for seniors, and one for the myriad of other services his office gives to constituents. I recommend anyone with problems to reach out to his office for help. It's amazing what they can do. Second, I just wanted to congratulate West Hampton for winning the 2nd kickball tournament of the Grand Coast Valley. Coach and Mayor and player Henley led the victory with Chief Ferguson.
Maybe MVP. You might
Our
want to put it in.
administrator and
Me.
deputy administrator also helped out in that. But it was a great time, and I look forward to that trophy getting posted in our well again.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Other than that, that is all I have,
great.
sir. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Senator. We appreciate you reaching out a hand of help that, we can always use. So I'm sure you'll be hearing from one of us very soon with a request. So, but I appreciate giving me the opportunity to meet you. I don't know that we've ever met before, but we'll talk really soon, and I appreciate it. About the kickball, it was a good time. Obviously, everyone's an MVP, but everyone thought they should have got MVP. But I think the best thing about it was that we won, but we did it the right way. So the kickball tournament goes to special needs kids. Every team had a kid that they represented from their township. Our kid played with us, and if I can give you an idea, we won the first game. Last year we were accused of stacking our team. This year it was a little bit simpler, but we won the first game. The second game, we had a senior team. We had 50-year-olds. We played against some younger people, and we were a little concerned. But the thing I was most proud of, we never diverted from what we did. Our kid played the whole time and was an asset to our victory, which obviously gave us an opportunity to meet his parents, gave us an opportunity to talk to the kid. His parents have lived in town for years and years. So those are the things that when you're an elected official, you want to have an opportunity to do. The victory and winning. We won 4-3. We had a pretty good pitcher who was acted as if he was Wheeler, and when we needed it, he got us 3 strikes. Committeeman Carr had a way better showing than last year. He was on base a few times. I think he stole a base. So it was a total team effort. And listen, my chief, he took one for the team. He had a little tumble. But, he got up. And I have to say, he's there every year. and looking forward to playing. And we had a resident that signed up to play. So we really had a nice time. So I appreciate that. My question to you, Vernita, is any other word on the grant from?
Michelle today, and I was just telling them earlier, we had so many change of hands. Now there's a new person that's in charge of the contract, so now they have to get familiarized with the contract. We had the first one that was there, she left. Then the second one said the first one shouldn't have signed the contract, so they had to send it back. So now the second one that's there is gone, and there's a new third one that just got there about a week ago. So we're not back to square one, but we're about this close to getting the monies. And
Well, I'm looking forward.
Wendy's gonna check tomorrow to see if we could try and get the monies and finish up the administrative stuff and on the back end, see, because there's really not too much to it that's left to do.
Appreciate it.
Oh, and then Home Depot, we got the grant from Home Depot. We started with so far they started with the kitchen. Me and Michelle went in there.
Kitchen's done?
We got kitchen carpet.
Okay.
Kitchen carpet. Me and Michelle went in there and we painted the whole kitchen.
Very nice.
And scrubbed down everything, and it looks nice and bright and white now. So we went in there and, you get new carpet, you got to refresh everything.
I can't wait for our Veterans Day
Yes,
breakfast.
exactly.
I'm excited.
Exactly. And then we have some new stuff that's waiting. They just have to put together some things and bring it over to us and stuff. So, but it's all over here on 541 over here waiting for them to move it into. We got new chairs and stuff like that.
Anything we can help with, even as far as moving the merchandise over, or whatever help you guys need, let us know. But
Okay.
and I think that it's fair to say, that's a commitment that was made years and years ago. That as a committee, we did our best to try to help follow through. So
Yes.
we want to make sure that we get that done for you.
Okay. I
All righty.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Can we do that every year?
Home
You know?
Depot has community grants every year, but it's not the same person. They do like to put veterans in a priority, but they're also doing part of a grant for the cemetery in Timbuktu because they are Civil War veterans that are buried there.
Okay.
So
Maybe we'll wait a
not
year or
next year, but
something.
maybe-
Yeah, every other year or
Every other
something.
year.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you.
So also Committeewoman Berkeley, about how we can get the word out. I would ask that we post the Veterans Day breakfast on our website, and to try to get it on our Facebook website. And we also have the Nexel. Why don't we send it out on the Nexel as well?
Now, that's only for veterans, though.
No, I'm talking about when Committeewoman Berkeley brought up the holiday dinner for seniors.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, I got you.
Yep, sorry, I didn't do a great job of summarizing what we needed, but to make sure that we get that out, so we can help you guys get the word out for that.
Thank you.
With that being said, we're now going to go into executive session. Resolution number 917, 2024, resolution authorizing the township committee and support staff to meet in private session and authorizing the exclusion of the public from that portion of the meeting dealing with specific issues requiring non-public discussions, attorney-client privilege, personnel. Do we have a motion?
So moved, Berkeley.
Second, right.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Have a good night.